Hey everybody, I'm Seth Young, Superintendent of Anderson School District 1.
And I'm Jen Mazza, the Communications Coordinator for Anderson School District 1.
And this is the August episode of our Excellence in Action podcast.
This podcast, as you may know, focuses on kind of the board meetings and the highlights and the recaps from the board meetings. And one of the things that was discussed last night, which is always a top priority for the district, is safety and security and the Raptor badges. Do you want to just break that down for people?
Yeah, we've talked about this at a couple board meetings over the last few months, and we were excited to be able to tell our board that all of our employees have their Raptor badges now. So in case of an emergency, they're able to hit the emergency button 7 times, and it alerts administration and law enforcement if there's ever an issue. And it's just another added layer of security for Anderson One, and we're excited to be able to have that in all of our buildings.
And I know this is something the staff will appreciate, and as well as our families, of course, the parents will appreciate having that extra layer of security.
Yes, always good.
And this was the first board meeting since the beginning of the school year, since the first day of school, which it seems like there's been a lot that's happened in those last few weeks.
Yeah, so I think today is actually the 15th day of school, so it's kind of, we're 3 weeks in now almost, and we've had a great start to the school year. It's been so positive. I think having 6 days for teachers to get ready for the start of school, we've gotten a lot of positive feedback on that. That really helped, but we've had a great start. The biggest issue we've been dealing with is a little bit of traffic in Powdersville, and we used to have a lot of issues on Hood Road, but it's been on a road where the middle school traffic's been getting out in the afternoons, and we're working hard to address that. We've already met with some engineers about how could we reconfigure, it's easy for me to say, reconfigure the car line, and working with the county to make sure that's addressed. But I do want to give a shout out. We've got a new crossing guard, and she's been amazing out there in the afternoons.
And I'm sure that is very much appreciated by the parents. And also, the parents have been so patient in helping us as we navigate this.
Yes, it's always crazy at the beginning of the year, but now that we're a couple weeks in, we do recognize that there's more students than ever before at Powdersville Middle School, and making sure that we address that sooner rather than later is important to everybody. So we're going to try to get that taken care of in the next few weeks.
And I'm sure we will keep folks posted on that. The other thing that's been big in the last few weeks is statewide assessment results were released. So we're going to bring in Chief Academic Officer Brad Moore to kind of break those down for us and kind of go over the highlights he went over with the board last night.
First off, thanks for joining us. And I know that a couple weeks ago we put a video out on social media, but you had a lot of good things to talk about at the board meeting last night for those of the people joining us today that didn't see the video a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, we did. We shared with the board just the tremendous consistency in our district instructional program, testimony to great teachers and great communities. But I think we should highlight a lot of groups just in what we shared with the board. And I think we should start with our Algebra 1 teachers, our Algebra 1 program, first in the state in EOC in terms of proficiency. So those students that scored an A, B, or C on the Algebra 1 end of course. Of course, all of our high school end of course tests really were excellent. So for those that don't know, not only is Algebra 1 tested, but we have an EOC for English 2, for biology, and for U.S. history. And our students had mastery proficiency, and showed proficiency to the degree that we rank in the top 4 in the state in all of those categories. And so when you rank inside the top 4 in literally every category, that's tremendous. And then we were pleased to share with the board that really filters down to the elementary and middle school levels on SC Ready, which is their test that they take at the end of the year. And again, in ELA and English Language Arts, we are ranked inside the top 4, literally 3rd through 8th grade. So we had a lot to brag on our teachers about with our board.
That's awesome, and it's always fun to get to talk about the great things happening in our classrooms. And I know Miss Upton always says this at board meetings, and she said it last night. It's awesome to be part of the best school district in the state of South Carolina.
It is, and anytime you can really boast the type of consistency that we were able to share, and that really is carried out in math as well. So we ranked inside the top 5 in almost every grade level, 3rd through 8th grade, and then we shared Algebra 1, and then even in science, let's not forget about those folks. They ranked inside the top 6 in 4th and in 6th grade in terms of proficiency. So we're talking math, we're talking ELA, biology, science at the 4th and 6th grade level. I mean, we spent a lot of time sharing a lot of good news with our board.
Yeah, it's exciting, and it's going to be fun to continue to highlight things as in October our school report cards come out. Over the next few weeks, things like graduation rate, college and career readiness, and all the different things that we get that data back. We're going to continue to be able to celebrate, and we'll be at or near the top of the state of South Carolina, and that's always fun.
Absolutely. Graduation rate, you name it. The metrics keep coming in, but it really displays, I think, just the collective ownership of the work that we do among these incredible teachers that serve our students.
Well, thank you to you and your team for how you lead the instructional program at Anderson One, and we appreciate you being at the board meeting last night.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Brad. All right, well, if you miss any of our podcast episodes, you can find them all on our website, anderson1.org.
And just keep up throughout the month. You don't have to wait on the Excellence in Action podcast. We do try to give updates on social media throughout the month of the great things happening at all 15 of our schools. So thanks for joining us. Hope you have a great month.